Reg. Om dit te doen, moet ek die video aansit. So, ek het al baie met julle gepraat oor die Spaanse professor, ek het my groepe al met dit gehanteer, en ek wil dit net vir julle voorspeel, dat julle net luister. Dit is 'n 23 minute video, reg? En die Spaanse professor is nie 'n profeet nie. Luister mooi wat Deborah vir jou sê. Hy sê dit ook, hy sê ek is nie 'n profeet nie. Wat hy met ons deel, is wat die intelligentieagentskappe met hom gedeel het, Rusland, VSA, Brittanje, en hy is 'n Spaanse professor, hy praat ook in Spaans, iemand vertaal dit in Engels, sy naam is Damien Galleran, en daar is toe vir hom gesê, wel, jy moet nou, in hierdie tyd, moet jy hierdie inligting oorgee aan jou studente in die klas. Dis wat hulle vir hom gesê het. Ek moet gou kyk wat staan hier. Reg. So, dit is die Spaanse professor. Dit is die Spaanse professor. So, moenie dink hy's 'n profeet nie. Hy gee vir ons intelligensie inligting oor. So, hy's nie 'n profeet nie. Maar dit wat hy sê, stem ooreen met wat baie ander profete en dromers en wagters op die muur sê. So, kom ons luister gou na hom, want dit is so interessant. Ek het hier op 'n stadium, ek het alles op 'n stadium oorgeskryf en dit probeer sorteer, en dan gaan ek ek sal 'n bietjie kommentaar lewer, maar ek sal nou nie te lank praat nie. So luister baie mooi. Hy beskryf eintlik dele van Openbaring. So, ek voel ons moet dit regtig ter harte neem. Ek weet baie mense wil dit nie hoor nie, want dit is vir ons slegte nuus. Maar dis een van die akkuraatste uiteensettings wat ek nog gehoor het oor die tyd wat vir ons voorlê. So kom ons luister.
This is another one of my translations of the Spanish professor of history and theology, Damien Galleran. The title of this audio is Events to Come for 2021-2022.
Goed, hierdie video kom uit daai tydperk uit. Toe die COVID-inligting na vore gekom het, toe hierdie man, hierdie Damien Galleran, die Spaanse professor, hierdie audio gemaak. En in sy tydsaspek, na aanleiding van die inligting wat hy gekry het, was hy onder die indruk, dit is op ons, menende 2021, 2022. En ek weet daai tyd dat dit baie sleg gelyk. Maar sy tyd is so uit. Ek dink wat hy sien hy, wat hy gehoor het en wat hy vir ons oorgee, is uitgestel na 2025, 2026, 2027. So, kom ons luister verder.
From now on, I will be warning people that what's coming is very hard. Very, very hard. As I'm specialized in history, I will be commenting on events that are now affecting our world. I receive information from American and Russian intelligence agencies. They give me information so that I may give it out in my classes. The information I receive comes from the very highest level within these intelligence services than you can imagine. The information I now have concerns 3 processes that are going to happen. These 3 processes will be practically continuous. In other words, there will be hardly any break between them. The first one we will live through is a blackout. Suddenly, we will be all at home, reading or on the internet, and the light will go out. Even after 3 to 4 hours, it will still not come back. This time, the light will be out for months. There will be no electricity, no internet, no telephones. There will be nothing. There will be no distribution of foodstuffs. Everything will be paralyzed. Everything. There won't be any international flights. Cars won't work. Absolutely everything will be paralyzed. Everything. What is the purpose of all of this? Its purpose is to eliminate many millions of people. The global elites say there are too many people on Earth. In 3 years, they intend to eliminate 5,000 million people. And I'll tell you something, they are going to achieve their goal. By Christmas, a lot of products will be missing in the shops. This is not my opinion, but information obtained from American and Russian intelligence services. On the 4th of October this year, they brought down the communication system of the entire world. This was a practice run of what's to come. Everything will collapse, everything, and the person who hasn't food set aside will very probably die of starvation. What is coming is very hard, but I must tell you that the fun and games are now over. I won't mince my words here. What is coming is much more difficult than what you could ever imagine. I hope, therefore, that you will respect the information I have about this blackout. The information I have says it will occur in January, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility that these lowlifes might make it happen even earlier. According to the prophecy of Luz de Maria, this blackout will happen when Europe is under a blanket of snow. This means it will occur in January or February. We have, therefore, about 2 months to prepare and to make decisions. Our first decision must be to set aside food for a very minimum of 5 months. Put aside lots of pulses, such as lentils, chickpeas, beans, non-perishables, because they last for years. Also various forms of pasta. Buy lots of tinned foods. Also some salt and sugar. When the blackout comes to an end, the global elite will start World War III.
Goed, hierdie is baie belangrik. Hy probeer ons 'n tydsaanduiding gee. Nou moet julle iets mooi verstaan. Ursula von der Leyen met haar pelle was hier aan die Kaap saam met Cyril Ramaphosa en hulle het die Suid-Afrika iets soos 4,3 biljoen euros beloof. Dis in die omgewing van 90 miljard rand. En die vraag is, hoekom het Europa dit gedoen? Hoekom stel hulle nou belang in Suid-Afrika? Hoekom geld gee? En dan staan daar, ek het gaan opsoek, mens kry nie eintlik die reëls en regulasies van die sogenaamde ooreenkoms nie. Want dis nie free money nie. Ja, dis geld wat daar's 'n voorwaarde daaraan. Hierdie ding het baie te doen met hierdie geld wat van Europa afkom. Want Ursula von der Leyen en haar maatjies is World Economic Forum ouens. En hulle is besig om die World Economic Forum se agenda uit te voer. En onder andere word daar gesê, die geld moet in Suid-Afrika gespandeer word op hierdie free energy projects, solar en wind farms en die tipe die geld moet gespandeer word daarop en gespandeer word op vaccines. Dit is onder andere wat in daai 2 goed is genoem. Nou moet ons mooi verstaan, die agenda is in plek, reg. So, mens moet begin vra as ons aanhoudende kragonderbrekings begin kry, blackouts begin kry, dan moet ons begin vra of dit nie te doen het met hierdie agenda nie. En wat lekker is van so 'n blackout, is wanneer die rekenaarstelsel aankom, dan staan daar op jou bankaccount, op jou bankrekening 00. Dis iets wat ek nou nogal gedroom het, en ek sien Brandon Bix praat ook daarvan. Hy praat iets rekenaars en hy sien 'n wealth transfer en so aan. Maar wat ons eers gaan sien is dat hulle dit wat ons het gaan vat. Ursula von der Leyen en ek het 'n tweet waar sy dit sê, en ek was baie geskok, toe sê sy, hulle moet die savings, die ouens se spaargeld in Europa, wil hulle gebruik vir hulle projekte, naamlik die militarisering en die wapenwetloop, wat hulle nou beplan vir Europa, want Europa moet nou militêr gereed kom vir oorlog, en wie se geld wil hulle gebruik? Hulle wil die geld gebruik van die ouens in die spaarrekening. Ek het dit op 'n tweet waar sy dit sê. So haar agenda is dieselfde as hierdie regering se agenda, wat sê, kom ons vat die grond, ons vat die eiendom, ons vat die pensioenfondse. Die pensioenfondse moet belê in projekte van die regering. So, hierdie ding van 'n ineenstorting van krag, dat die krag om een of ander rede afgesit word, of dan nie werk nie, of wat is die probleem, het baie te doen met hierdie depopulation agenda. En natuurlik in Suid-Afrika sal dit lei tot 'n revolusie. So kom ons luister verder.
The Third World War is already prepared. The battlefield will be Europe. It will be a Russian and Chinese alliance to destroy Europe and to attack the United States. It will be a thermonuclear war in which previously unknown weapons will be used, and they will use intercontinental ballistic missiles to kill 2,200 million people in 3 weeks. This is intelligence information. It is not my opinion. The war won't last long, but 50% of Europe will be exterminated. Countries like Holland, Belgium, a part of Georgia, Hungary and Romania will all disappear. A part of Germany and a large section of France will disappear. In 2 years, the US will lose 180 million people. Spain will lose 30 million. Mexico 50 million. Costa Rica will lose half its population. All these losses will happen in 2 years and are described in my last video on World War III, entitled Everything is in Code. The third process will be the impact of an asteroid on our Earth on one of the first 15 days of May. This asteroid is very possibly the warning or the illumination of conscience. This is the warning announced in Garabandal, very possibly. We won't talk now about the punishment, which is Planet X, which will be upon us in the year 2023 or 2024. I get information from astrophysicists and very high-ranking military personnel also. It's not that I'm very clever, but that I receive information from them, which I then pass on to you. I want to warn you that the blackout will be much more frightening and terrifying than World War III. This will be so because during the war, businesses will be open as long as the war is not on your doorstep. And you will be able to buy things and move around, at least to some degree. However, during the blackout, martial law will be imposed, and you won't be able to leave your house, not even to walk the dog. If you do, you will be shot on the spot without explanations.
Go inside now! Get in the hell!
Now, this may be slightly different in some countries. It may be a little bit easier in some places than in others. Hundreds of thousands of people will commit suicide because of this blackout. The next thing is the effect of the vaccine.
Maar mense kan amper nie praat daaroor nie. Ek wonder of mense dit op die stelsel moet sit. Alhoewel hierdie video, weet ek, is op YouTube. So die video is op YouTube. Dis nie dat hy nie daar is nie. Maar ek sal nou praat daaroor. Hoekom gaan hulle so streng wees? Hoekom gaan hulle mense in hulle huis hou? Wat gaan die rede wees? En dit gaan heel moontlik wees die uitbraak van een of ander virus. Hierdie virus wat uitbraak het, vermoed ek is Marburg, want dit is wat ek gesien het. Ek het gesien as 'n Marburg uitbraak. Brandon Bix praat van 300 miljoen mense sal sterf aan dit. Hy sê dat dit handuitruk, dat hulle dit wou kontroleer, en toe om een of ander rede ruk dit handuit, en dit versprei oor die wêreld, en dit veroorsaak hierdie verskriklike krisis. Maar dis iets wat die Bybel ook van praat, dit staan in Openbaring 6, van die peste wat sal uitbreek. Nou ja, en wanneer so iets uitbreek, gaan hulle baie militant raak, om mense in hulle huise te hou. Nou as jy dit nou kombineer met blackouts, miskien sal hulle sê, wel, die rede vir die blackouts is omdat ons geweldige sonflares kry. Dit wil sê, die son se uitbarstings is van so aard, dat as ons die krag aanhou, dan brand dit al die transformers uit. Want dit is wat dit doen. Dit veroorsaak electromagnetic pulses, en as die krag aan is, dan brand hy alle wat 'n computer is uit. Hy brand die transformers uit, letterlik kan jy sien hoe hardloop die vlamme op die kragdrade. Dit het gebeur met die Carrington event, ek dink baie jare terug, toe hulle nog met, nie telegram nie, met telegraaf gewerk het, toe was daar 'n Carrington event, wat al die telegraaf drade uitgeslaan het, die kommunikasie uitgeslaan het. Nou daai tyd was dit nie so erg nie, want die ouens het 'n telegraaf gebruik. Daar was nie telefone en selfoontorings en rekenaars nie. Maar ek dink vir hulle om die grid te beskerm, want sonder die grid kan hulle nie die 5G implementeer nie. So as die grid af is, as daar nie meer 'n grid is nie, die grid het uitgebrand, kan jy nie 5G implementeer nie. Reg. So ek dink die twee goed loop saam, maar dit is maar nou net my opinie.
This will be frightening. Also, while we are all in lockdown, they will release a virus which will be terrifying. This virus will account for the deaths of a large part of humanity. The third process is the impact of the asteroid. I will give you the technical details in case you wish to memorize them. It is 7 kilometers in diameter. The information I have from the astrophysicists is that when it enters our atmosphere, it will break up into two big parts. The slightly smaller part will impact in the Atlantic, quite near Florida. The other part will land in the Pacific Ocean. Using mathematical models, the expansive waves that they will generate will reach 9,000 kilometers across. Wherever these waves travel, nothing will be left standing, neither trees, nor houses, nor mountains, because they are going to be hills and mountains that will be totally washed away. I'm conscious that what I'm saying is very hard, but I have privileged information, and it's only fair that you also should have this information. The technical details of this impact are absolutely frightening. All the islands of the Atlantic will disappear, including the Canary Islands. All the islands of the Caribbean will also disappear. Cuba will disappear. A great part of Puerto Rico will disappear. The countries of Guatemala, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Panama will be seriously destroyed. New York, Washington, and New Jersey will disappear. The peninsulas of Labrador and Florida will disappear. All of Florida, Tampa, and Miami will completely disappear. Nothing will remain. The waves that reach Europe could reach 0.5 kilometer high, while those reaching America, Colombia, Venezuela, and Brazil could reach 600 meters high. As I said, this information comes from American and Russian intelligence agencies. They only differ by 5 days as to when, in the first fortnight of May, this will all happen. What I have said is very, very hard, very worrying, and also very distressing. But it is what it is. All of these three processes will coincide with the second blood moon, which occurs in May. I have warned about how dangerous this blood moon is before, because just before it, they will have eliminated the Eucharist. The Eucharist will be eliminated definitively and for good. There will be no more masses said publicly.
Interessant, hy onthou, hierdie Spaanse professor is 'n Katoliek. So die gebeure binne die Katolieke Kerk was vir hom baie belangrik. Dis vir hom baie ernstig, die inligting wat hy gekry het en wat hy kombineer met sy inligting oor die Katolieke Kerk, en hy is baie ongelukkig oor die bewegings wat die Katolieke Kerk gemaak het. Baie Roomse lidmate is ongelukkig oor Paus Francis en die uitsprake van die kerk. So daar's 'n ongelukkigheid, en jy sal agterkom, hy praat ook daarvan. Wat vir my interessant is, wanneer hy praat oor hierdie asteroïde, wat dan nou in 2 dele sal breek, en 1 deel val hier, en daai deel val daar, dit stem ooreen met wat Brandon Bix sê, dit stem ooreen met wat Efrain Rodriguez gesê het, baie jare terug, waaroor ek al gepraat het, dis dieselfde iets wat Siener ook sien. Maar wat vir my interessant is dat om een of ander rede weet die intelligensieagentskappe hiervan. Hoe hulle daarvan weet is 'n goeie vraag. Miskien het hulle dit gesien deur remote viewing. Maar hulle weet hiervan, maar hulle sê dit nie noodwendig vir die publiek nie. So hierdie is 'n manier om dit aan die publiek beskikbaar te stel, vir die wat natuurlik die dots kan connect, want nie almal stel belang nie. En meeste mense wil nie slegte nuus hoor nie, so is makliker om dit te verwerp. Maar na aanleiding van wat mense dwars oor die spektrum gesien het, wat gedroom het, wat visioene sien, is dit wat hy sê akkuraat, baie akkuraat, wat vir my sê, hierdie op 'n manier moes die intelligensieagentskappe of deur wetenskap of deur teleskope of deur op 'n manier inligting gekry het om hierdie waarskuwing te kan uitsit om vir jou te verduidelik hoe lyk hierdie eindtyd en veral wat hierdie val van hierdie asteroïde in die see gaan veroorsaak, waaroor ek ook al baie gepraat het. Nou die Eucharist, weet jy wat is die Eucharist? Die Eucharist het te doen met daardie ritueel wat hulle doen oor die wyn en die brood, en dan word die wyn en die brood volgens die katholieke kerk dan nou die ware vlees en die ware bloed van Jesus. Hulle noem het transsubstantiëisme, dit is nie Bybels nie, maar die katholieke kerk glo dit. So die Eucharist het nou te doen onder andere met daai ronde broodjie, wat lyk soos 'n sonbroodjie, né? Wat hulle dan nou so ophou. Dit is waarmee hy praat. Hy sê dat hulle die Eucharist gaan afskaf.
There will still be some priests who will say Mass privately and in secret, at home, in a barn, or some hiding hole. Once they eliminate the Eucharist, be very careful, because any Masses that are still being said could have satanic parts inserted into them. After a series of questions from his audience, Galeron makes the following additional points. World War III will last around 3 weeks and will be brought to an end by the impact of the asteroid. Galeron tells a Puerto Rican woman who was nervous about the impending disaster that he gives tremendous importance to prayer. He tells her how St. Philip was transported 1,000 kilometers by the angels. Similar things will happen to us, things that will astound us and that we will find very difficult to explain. He is then asked about Planet X. He says this monster from space will move all of the continents as if they were sponges. It's his opinion that Planet X is the punishment spoken of in Garavando. This will be further out in the timeline, so he will deal with this in a later video. He says that the intelligence sources that contacted him said that the many thousands of children now being born of vaccinated mothers are not human. They are what he calls hominoids. He said all the vaccinated are now undergoing biological changes, personality and character transformations. All the vaccinated are going through this. He says we haven't the slightest idea of the horror that will befall humanity. A Mexican woman then asks him if the Pacific or the Atlantic side of Mexico will be most devastated. He tells her that every coastal city in every country of the world will disappear under the water. Every city in every country of the world that has a coastline. Pick any city you like. All of them will disappear under the water, without exception. What I'm saying is hard to take, but you must tell others, and very hard decisions will have to be taken because of this information. You need to get out of the city. If you can't buy a property in the country, rent one. Remember, with the blackout, all debts will be cancelled because the entire financial system is going to collapse, and only the vaccinated will be able to recover their money later. When the blackout is over and the chaos subsides, the vaccinated will recover their money. The unvaccinated will not get anything. Therefore, we must take out our money out of the banks now before this blackout starts. But it's not a good idea, of course, to take it all out in one go, but rather gradually do so. The impact of the asteroid on the oceans will break the underwater tectonic plate. Remember, this asteroid is 7 kilometers in diameter and has a speed of between 50 and 60,000 kilometers per hour. So what will be the reaction when it hits the sea? All be underwater and the land-based volcanoes will erupt. And we will be facing a nuclear winter as the entire sky goes black with the stuff that will be thrown up out of the volcanoes. So what does this mean? It means that places like Costa Rica with an average temperature of 28 to 30 degrees will be facing temperatures of 12 degrees below zero. And people are going to die of cold. It will be like this for months. Countries in Europe will have temperatures of between 50 and 60 degrees below zero. So who will be able to take that level of cold? Many people will die. These horrific temperatures will last for months. The cold will be horrendous and frightening. The impacting asteroids in the Atlantic and Pacific will cause Yellowstone, which has a mouth of 300 kilometers, to erupt, killing all life right down to the Mississippi Basin. Because of the immensity of the Pacific, all the coasts of China, Indonesia, Australia, the United States, all the coasts of South America, Colombia, Costa Rica, Panama, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Mexico, Peru, Chile, with a coast of 6,000 kilometers on its own. All of these places will be completely razed and devastated. These waves will reach 10,000 meters high at times. This will happen especially in the US, as it has a gradual continental shelf. France has a continental shelf of only 200 meters, resulting in 50% of France going underwater. The same will happen in Germany, Poland, Russia, which is also very low, and will suffer, and it will also suffer a similar fate. He says the angels will help the believers, not during the impact of the asteroid, but during World War III, when the Russians, Chinese, and Muslims invade Europe. The war itself will last about 3 weeks, but the invading forces will be here for 3, 4, or 5 months, and you can't imagine the massacre and the brutal savagery that they will inflict on Christian people. Remember that the Russians and the Chinese are all communists. He says that the island of La Palma will collapse into the sea, causing waves of 600 meters on the whole east coast of the United States.
Ja, ek wil net sê, as jy nie weet waar La Palma is nie, hy is hier op die Weskus van Afrika. So gaan kyk bietjie, daar was onlangs groot drama, dat mense ontruim daar, seker so 1,5 jaar, amper 2 jaar terug, waar hulle gevrees het dat daar's 'n vulkaan daar, dat as hy uitbars, dat hy letterlik 'n deel van die berg val in die see, en dit is waarvan hy praat. En dit is so dat daar ander dromers is wat hierdie ding gesien het. Ek het toch daai tyd gesien, toe mense oor hierdie probleem was, en dat die mense ontruim, en almal was bekommerd. Toe was daar mense wat gesê het, maar hulle het hierdie ding gesien, dat het wel gaan gebeur. So dit wat hy sê is in lyn met die profesie. Dit wat hy sê oor die mense wat, as jy nie geweks is nie, kan jy nie jou geld in die bank kry nie, dit het ek persoonlik self gesien, veral met betrekking tot Australië. Blikstemdromer het dit gesien met betrekking tot Europa. Dit is in sy visioene, as jy belangstel, sal ek vir jou die link stuur, dan kan jy self gaan luister, hy sê dieselfde. So ons het verskeie getuies wat presies dieselfde ding sê, en dit is die stelsel van koop of nie verkoop nie, as jy nie op die stelsel is nie. En jy kan op die stelsel wees, maar jy moet die weks vat. So dit is waarvan hy praat.
The Russians have already evacuated their diplomats from Morocco, knowing, because they know something that we don't know. World War III will not affect Central and South America, but the consequence of this nuclear war, a terrible global famine, will. When asked what role Spain will play in all this, he says, the faith in Spain is already totally destroyed. Spain is finished, it's destroyed. The elite had Spain in its crosshairs, and they have totally destroyed it. In the next 3 years, Spain will go from a population of 49 million people down to 18 million people. He is then asked about the role of the Vatican in all this. He He says we should forget about the Vatican because it is now the center of a pagan, ecological and ecumenical religion. The Vatican is the biggest center, he says, of Satanism in the world. In the last 80 years, the physical structures of the church have been infiltrated by seminarians who were mostly homosexuals and members of the Communist Party, or else they were criminals. In the priesthood now, you find all types of people, including criminals. In these last 80 years, thousands and thousands of these seminarians have infiltrated the church and been legally ordained, but they are not really true priests. They have permeated the physical structures of the church, such as seminaries, convents, monasteries, parishes, bishoprics, etc., and worked their way up to the ecclesiastical ladder to reach the highest level. The result is that we now have a false church which goes unnoticed by the ordinary man and woman in the street. Because of this, we are now in 2021 and find that the church is totally controlled by ecclesiastical Freemasonry. Francis, by the way, is not the result of chance. Francis has been prepared to rise in the church, to assume power, and to destroy the church. It's as simple as that. This is not the result of chance. This is the result of many years of work. They do a coup d'etat on Benedict and they throw him out, saying either you go or we'll kill you. Make no mistake about it, Francis's mission was to destroy and to smash the church to pieces, and that objective has been achieved. All that remains now is for a huge scandal to come out of Rome shortly that will sink the church. 2 months ago, Francis eliminated the traditional Latin Mass, and this will precede the elimination of the Eucharist. I think this could happen in December or January, but I don't think it will go beyond April. By the next blood moon in May, the church will have suppressed the Eucharist. He then says they will release a terrifyingly lethal virus in January or February of 2022. People will die in the streets. You will see a lot of corpses in the streets that nobody will remove. He doesn't know the name of it, but he says it's very like Ebola. People will bleed through their eyes, their nose, their mouth and their ears. This will happen before the war, and people will die within hours. He thinks it will be transmitted through the air. It is also tremendously contagious. He says 90% of the vaccinated will die in the next 2 years. There is no way out of this. Whoever has taken 2 vaccines has no hope whatsoever. The virus that is coming in January or February has no cure. It might be worthwhile, though, to keep an eye on Marian websites to see if some plant or other is recommended later on. In the next month or 2, that is November, December, Pfizer will distribute a tablet free of charge. This is very important. He warns everybody, warns them very severely, that anybody who takes this tablet will die an excruciating death. Pfizer will tell you that it's an anti-COVID pill. He says it's important that we realize that during the blackout, they will poison the water supply of large cities as well. In some cities, nobody will be left alive. He thinks this will happen in cities with a population greater than 100,000 people. And boiling the water, by the way, won't solve the problem, because the poison will still remain there. This is why I say that what is coming is much worse than what you can ever imagine. And it's even much worse than what I thought it would be myself. This extermination is being directed personally by Lucifer, who is guiding the world elite. He says those who govern the world are non-human entities. He suspects also that because of a war to the death between these people at the top, Satan had to personally assume control of everything. He says the acceleration of events, which is now very fast, makes him suspect this. These events should be happening, he says, in 2026 and not in 2021. This acceleration of events is not normal. It should have been a more gradual process, he thinks. This is why he suspects there has been a war between the global elite, causing events to accelerate. After the blackout, World War III and the asteroid, will come events that are even worse. Finally, all the global elite who will take refuge in state-of-the-art underground cities and bunkers will all be drowned and crushed to death. Their bunkers will be their tombs.
Ja, die musiek is vir my irriterend. Plaas dat die ou net die audio maak, het hy net vir ons verduidelik. Daar is nog 'n video van Damien Galleran, maar dit is alles in Spaans. Ek kan nie Spaans verstaan nie. En ek weet nie van iemand wat vir ons 'n vertaling kan doen nie. So, dis jammer ons het dit nie. Wat hy sê, staan in my Bybel. So, dit wat hy sê is nie way out nie, is nie out of the box nie, staan in die skrif. Bybel sê die Satan het na die aarde toe neergedraal met groot woede, want hy weet sy tyd is min. So, hoekom daal hy na die aarde toe neer en hoekom is hy kwaad? Is hy kwaad omdat sy tyd te min is? Alright, maar waaroor is hy dan nog kwaad? Miskien omdat hulle nie die agenda kon uitvoer nie, want daar's te veel faksies wat veg vir beheer. Ek dink dis 'n baie goeie aanname. Dis iets wat ek nou nogal oor 'n tydperk ook al aangedink het. Nou ja, ons het gesien, hierdie goed het nie uitgespeel in 2022, 2023 nie. Inteendeel, ons het so half 'n blaaskans gehad, ons het asem skep, hulle die digitale ID begin inbring, die smart ID kaart in Suid-Afrika, digital ID reeds ingebring in Europa. Europa mag jy nie meer kontant hê nie meer as 1000 euros by jou nie, anders is jy 'n terroris. Ons moet verwag dat hierdie gelde wat die Europa nou so aan ou Cyril Ramaphosa gegee het, gaan aanleiding gee op baie verskillende wette, hoe hulle die Great Reset, daai wette gaan implementeer. En ek het lankal al vir julle gesê, op verskeie video's, dat ons gaan sien in hierdie tyd, hoe hulle die koop en die verkoop en die merk en alles gaan implementeer, gesamentlik met kragonderbrekings en virusse wat uitbreek en grondvat en eiendomvat, beslag lê pensioene. Dit is alles op die kaarte, want in die volgende bedeling wat hulle wil in plek sit, gaan hulle die baase wees, hulle gaan regeer, en niemand, daar sal nie demokrasie wees nie, jy sal 'n slaaf wees van die stelsel, ons moet heel wat minder wees om dit te kan uitvoer, ons moet in sogenaamde smart cities wees, om dit te kan uitvoer, jy moet krag 24 uur hê op daai 5G torings om dit te kan uitvoer, maar Vader tree in. Hy tree in met die koms van Planet X, hy tree in met die koms van hierdie groot asteroïde. En dit gaan veroorsaak dat hulle hele stelsel uit mekaar uitval. Dis iets wat Siener sê. Hy sê daar gebeur iets waarmee hulle nie rekening hou nie. En dit swaai die hele gebeure om tot voordeel van ons boerevolk hier in Suid-Afrika. Nou ja, ek het klaar gesels. Ek hoop julle dit nuttig vind. Dit is 'n baie belangrike, hierdie is seker een van die mees belangrike audio's wat nog gemaak is. Maar nou ja, kom ons kyk hoe speel hy uit. In die volgorde wat hy gesê het, miskien is dit nie die volgorde nie, miskien is dit eers die oorlog en dan die blackout, maar hy sê is eers die blackout en dan die oorlog, en dan sien hy in die tydperk, is daar dan nou hierdie virus wat dan nou uitbreek. Ek dink ons gaan al hierdie dinge sien. Ek het die uitbraak van die virus persoonlik gesien. So dit het ek al gesien in 2019. En ek het gesien die bloeding wat uit die ore en die oë en die neus en deur die vel kom. So dit wat hy daar beskryf is 100% akkuraat. Maar goed, my taak is om te waarsku, né? Men moet nou nie die boodskapper skiet nie, maar ek gee nou maar net die boodskap oor. Nou ja, ek gaan gou aansit vir die mense wat dalk nog net 'n kommentaar wou gee. En dan gaan ons afsit. Reg. Enige iemand wat kommentaar wil gee? Want Deborah moet sluit vir die naweek, dis Sabbat. Okay, Tasha, ek is bly jy het geluister. Hierdie is 'n manier om julle bietjie te bereik op TikTok en op YouTube, vir die ouens wat nie altyd by die video's uitkom nie. Want daar is soveel links wat gestuur word op 'n dag. Mens kan nie alles kyk nie. Ek gaan hom op Telegram sit, Alet. Dankie Sonja, dankie Fani, dankie Trika. Ek is bly jy het geluister. Waar kan ek aansluit in die Oos-Kaap om 'n verskil te maak? Hoor by suidlanders.co.za.